Do you want to unleash a torrent of feels-good motivation? Not the kind of motivation where you have to beat yourself up and kind of drag yourself around by the scruff of the neck to get anything done, but the kind of motivation that's filled with excitement and curiosity to achieve your potential. Well, let's figure out how we can do that. Hello, Lotus here. Right, let's talk about motivation. And the first thing I want to say is motivation is a big topic. It's not something that we can fully cover in such a short video, but I will give you the essential principles you need to understand that will explain why maybe you don't have the motivation that you want and what you need to do to unleash that motivation into your life. Well, the first thing you need to understand is that your motivation is a function of your values. And your values are simply the things that are important to you. So if you have a value of love, then you're more likely to go out and pursue a relationship. If you have a value of money, you might quit your job and start a business. Alternatively, if you have a value of security, you might stay in your job because it provides you that security. So the values that you have determine what you're motivated to do. If you're pursuing something and you don't have a value in that area, you are wasting your time. You are always going to struggle to find feels-good motivation, and you won't feel particularly good even if you manage to achieve whatever you're pursuing. So if you're pursuing a career because a parent has told you to do it, if you're pursuing money because society tells you to do it, but a career is not that important to you, or money is not that important to you, they're not going to deliver you happiness and contentment in the long term. So my advice to you is, don't do those things, right? Follow your heart. Do the things that are meaningful to you, that you genuinely value. Okay, first critical piece of advice. And it may be enough for some of you to go, okay, maybe I shouldn't do what I've been doing. I hope so. But I also think that the majority of people will have a value of the thing that they're pursuing, which is why they're pursuing it. Let's say you have a value of companionship and you want friends, but you're not doing anything to make any friends. You don't go to the after work drinks. You don't join any meetup groups or any social groups. You don't have any hobbies. You don't have any interests. You sit at home on your phone on Facebook feeling bad about things. Well, why is that? It's not because you don't value companionship and friendship. It's because something is blocking you. Something is preventing you from doing those things. Same with a relationship. If you know that you want love, but you're not actually on any dating sites, what is it that's prevented you from filling in that profile? If you want more money, but you're still working a job that you don't really enjoy because the security's there, why is it? What prevents you from stepping a little bit outside of your comfort zone to go and do something that you truly desire to do rather than something which is sort of easy and convenient? Well, there are a couple of ways that you might be blocked. And one is that you may simply have a belief which prevents you from moving in a certain direction. Something may be valuable to you, but you believe that it's not achievable and therefore you don't have any motivation. So that's possibility number one. We'll explore that a little bit more in a moment. Possibility number two is that there is a part of the unconscious mind that is deliberately throwing a spanner in the works, that's trying to stop you from achieving what you set out to achieve. Now, parts are like little systems in the unconscious mind. They're very intelligent, they think for themselves, and if you have a conversation going on in your mind, which you almost certainly do, one aspect of that you have control over, that's your conscious mind. And then you have parts of the unconscious mind which contribute the rest of that internal dialogue. Now, the clue's in the name. It's a dialogue. It's not an internal monologue. It's not one speaker. It's multiple speakers. It's a dialogue. It's a conversation that takes place. The other party to that conversation, or parties, are the parts of your unconscious mind. So either you have a belief that prevents you from moving in a certain direction, or you have a part that sabotages you when you try to move in that direction. And this is how you'll know which one you have. If you hear a voice in your mind that tells you not to bother, that tells you that there's no point, that tells you you might as well just give up, you want to be in a relationship, but you have a voice in your mind that says, but you're fat and ugly and unlovable anyway, so don't bother. Don't put your Facebook profile or your internet dating profile out there because people are just going to laugh at you. Or you want to pursue a business, but this voice says, but you're not really smart enough to do that. You have failed at this and this and this and this. So what makes you think that you will be successful in running a business, you'll just lose all of your money. So if you have a voice that says all of these things that prevent you from feeling excited about pursuing your ambition, you have a part of the unconscious mind. Excitement is the key when it comes to motivation, by the way. If you're not excited, you're not likely to have a great deal of motivation. So if you have a voice that comes up and it punctures any excitement that you have, it is a part of the unconscious mind that you need to work with. If, on the other hand, you don't have a voice that seems to just spring out of the unconscious mind and say things that sabotage you, that throw that spanner in the works, but instead you just can't quite imagine yourself achieving that ambition. You can't quite imagine yourself being in a relationship, or having a body transformation and looking the way that you want to look, or being successful in business, or whatever's important to you. If you know that you want it, but you have beliefs that prevent you from imagining it, like maybe you believe, I can't lose weight because I'm big boned, or my genetics are wrong, and as a result you can't imagine yourself as having the body that you desire to have. You can imagine other people having it, but not you, because you have beliefs about being big boned or having the wrong genes. If you can imagine other people being successful in business, but you can't imagine yourself being in business, it may be because you have beliefs about where you started in life, or the qualifications that you need, or the skills that you need, social skills, sales skills, whatever it is, and you believe that you can't acquire them. Again, you have a belief or beliefs that are slamming down, preventing that motivation from being manifest. So the solution is to work either with the belief if you have a belief, or with the part of the unconscious mind if you have a part of the unconscious mind. It's a different collection of techniques that you would use for either one of those. I can't go into the techniques that you might use in this video because it would be a very long video indeed if I tried to fit in explanations of the kind of techniques that you might use. But having this starting point, this understanding of what is motivation, how does it work, and what's blocking it for me specifically, is going to help you tremendously as you untangle what you need to do to have the motivation and then to have the achievement of your goals and dreams. So I do have a program that's coming out. It's not ready yet. It's going to go into enormous detail on parts and beliefs, as well as a number of other areas of the unconscious mind, including values and so on. Keep watching these videos. You will be notified as soon as it is available in a week or two's time. A better solution even than that, and that is going to be a great course, is if you're in a position to do therapy with somebody, then find somebody who could help you, somebody particularly who understands parts of the unconscious mind. It's crucial, critical to this motivation problem. Find yourself a hypnotherapist. If you would like to work with me, then I am available for that at the moment. My calendar's not always open, but it is open at the moment. So the best thing to do is you can either click on the link in the description, or up there maybe, and you'll be able to go to my website, learn more about my method, and you can also send me a message directly on Facebook Messenger just saying, hey, I want to have a chat and see if you can help me. We can do that either over Zoom or over the telephone. Whatever you prefer, just let me know. Zoom or telephone, it's really up to you. Okay, let me know in the comments about this video. What did you like? Is there anything that it really helped you to understand? What are your challenges with motivation? And are there any things that you would like me to cover in more detail in future videos? I'm always happy to read the comments, and I learn from you, hopefully just as much as you learn from me. So let me know what you're struggling with, what you'd like help with, and I'll see if I can do a video to address exactly